Hey, Jonathan, I bet this movie has lots of really good taglines. April Fools!
I love this song.
Yeah, it kicks ass.
It does really kick ass. We'll get into it, like where it falls and everything in this movie. But before we do, yes, we do have to kick some taglines. That doesn't make any sense. we have to say some taglines.
There we
have
go. Yeah.
Perform some taglines. Yeah. How would you say it? We have to perform some taglines?
You have to say some.
We have to say some.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go. We have 2. By the end of the dance, some of the sorority sisters were dead on their feet.
There's no dance?
What dance?
Yeah. Really trying to get the prom night crowd into this.
Right? Especially because, like, the poster seems like it's a prom, too.
Yeah.
Right? So, and the next one, dedicated to the class of 1986.
That's actually pretty solid. I actually really do like that one.
This one goes out to the one I killed.
This out goes out to the one I gave a tagline.
Fire!
I love REM.
I love how we're singing other people's songs over this.
Yeah.
Right? Well,
This is the remix.
no budget reported here,
Seems like it.
but a gross of $681,337. Oh, wait. No, $681,337.
I was like, this only made $680?
No, 600,000. Okay? With 2 movies within a movie, 1 music video within a movie, 20 reanimated corpses, 1 woman burned alive, 1 pair of breasts, 1 slapping to death by a boat oar, 1 electrocution, 1 trident stabbing, 1 hammer to the skull, 1 guillotine decapitation, 1 machete dismembering, 1 harpoon up the ass, 2 harpoons to the head, 1 drowning, 1 hanging by fishnet, 1 fence post through the chest, 2 demon possessions, 13 deaths in total, with a 4.7 on IMDb, and a 41% audience score. It's 1986's Killer Party! Let's drop some bombs.
I'll see you ain't for this.
I'll see you in hell.
You one of the cloud people?
We prefer the term angels. It's more dignified.
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
Think you like it good?
You lying to me, boy?
What?
You heard me, you piece of shit. There ain't nobody you can call nobody for 30 seconds. Hell, you can't even dial that fast.
I've been waiting 20 years for this. April Fool, assholes.
Welcome to Bombs Away, the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth. My name is Jonathan Young. Joining me inside the studio, as always, is...
Tyler Rowe?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh. I always think that you're going to do, like Jared does. And
The alliteration?
Well, he used to be like, there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm always like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're not the same person. And I'm cool with it. I'm okay. And don't worry about it. I'm just
Tyler's
saying.
leaving the studio.
Oh, damn. Another person gone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to say that I'm sorry Vicente will not be joining us again this episode. He is on a sabbatical. What if every episode he just didn't join us and I just said he was off doing something? It's just like he's off diddling kids. I don't know.
He had to go overseas to fight with our boys.
Yes. So, unfortunately, he will not be with us this episode, but he'll be joining us next episode. Okay?
Okay.
I hope. So, how you feeling?
Killer Party.
Killer. Wow, it was great. I'm not even hungover.
I am. I feel like I drank several beers and like a shot of absinthe.
What were the beers? Natty Ice?
Not 8 Guinnesses.
Damn.
Yeah, I just ate a
real
loaf
heavy
of
on the
bread.
stomach.
Yeah.
Before we jump into it, I do have to say that tickets are on sale for Plan 9 from Outer Space. April 27th, it's a Friday, okay? 7 p.m., we're doing the 60th anniversary of Plan 9 from Outer Space live at the Frida Cinema, so come see Plan 9 from Outer Space, and then join us for a live podcast afterwards. Tickets are on sale at www.thefridacinema.org/events/bombsawaylive. Good?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Photo ops, lots of fun. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got anything to plug? Like right at the top of the hour?
No.
No. I knew you didn't. It's fine.
Damn.
Well, I mean, yeah, I said it all. That's good. We're good.
We're
right?
good. We're good.
So, what if I just plugged everything in the beginning and was just like, you have to sit through this bullshit?
Yeah, right?
No, I would never do that.
Yeah, they just have to sit through this bullshit anyway.
That's right. Well, we had to sit through this.
Bullshit.
Right?
Yeah.
No. I love this movie. Loved it. Okay, I love the beginning.
At least someone did.
And I love the end.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
This movie,
I love Night of the Demons.
right? Even though this came out first.
Oh, shit. No way.
This movie was filmed in 1984 and put on a shelf for 2 years. Came out in 86. Night of the Demons came out in 88.
Damn. So Night of the Demons ripped this off.
And somehow.
All right, then.
Right?
I'll
but
take
it's
it
the same
back.
damn thing. Even with the rooftop scene at the end.
Yeah.
Right?
I love
Oh.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead's one of them.
Yeah.
I also love ripping off Thriller.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I like how Scream 4 ripped this off.
God.
So yeah, let's dive into this because, like I said, I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with the beginning and the end. I don't know what's going on in the middle, and I don't think that's a problem with this movie is it doesn't know what is going on.
This is 3 different movies,
And we're not talking about the two fake.
and we're not even talking about the
beginnings.
2 fake beginnings. We're talking genuinely. This is 3 different, tonally different films.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So let's just.
In one film.
Yeah. Do you want to get right into that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. So, the movie opens up on like a church. There is a funeral going on.
Yes.
And there's only 4 people attending the funeral. They're all gathered around the casket as this overly effeminate priest.
Yeah, this really gay priest.
It's just like the Tin Man said, everybody has a heart or something.
Yeah,
I
some
don't
stupid
know.
shit.
Right? And they're panning across the 4 people, and one person is just like, like crying so hard. And you're already getting weird vibes from this entire scene, right?
Yeah.
You're getting vibes in a way of being like, okay, either they did this on purpose, right? Like this is purposely corny, or this is going to be a super bad movie.
Yeah, no, I was really stoked. I thought this was going to be really terrible when I saw the opening.
And so the priest finishes up and is like, that's it, leave.
Yeah, he's like, all right, bye.
Right. And everybody comes out of the church except for one woman. She's like, you know what? I want to say one more thing to her. And the priest is like, that'd be nice.
I think she'd really like that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, she goes back to the
To the casket.
and tells the body in there that
She's-
hopes he...
Well, she goes, I just want to say that I hope you fucking rot in hell, you stupid bitch. Like, it just straight comes, right?
So hardcore.
Yeah. And then, like, literally the casket just, like, rattles and, like, opens up like it's the casket in the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
And just, like, pulls her inside.
Yep, sucks
and
her
she's
in.
fighting it, and, like, and then I guess the people downstairs knew exactly when to trigger, like, it'd be like, oh, they're gone, you know?
Yeah.
Because the casket, she pulls her inside the casket closes, the casket gets lowered down into the mortuary basement, where 2 dudes who have headphones on so they can't hear the woman screaming inside, and I guess the casket rocking, they're just like, it's just the mechanism or something.
It's just a dead body.
Right? Throws the entire casket straight into the crematorium.
Yeah, and then it
Burns it alive.
Burns it alive.
its ashes go into the sky and then it rains down, and Linnea Quigley's like, this rain is burning me. Oh shit, wrong movie.
And Liam Neeson is on a horseback dusting off his car.
No, and then if that scene wasn't weird enough, then you hear the lines, "Oh man, they don't know she's in there." And then gotcha.
Boom,
April
fake out.
Fools.
April Fools. You were just watching somebody else watch a movie at the drive-in. And I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Like I was down.
Yeah, and I really like these two characters.
Mm-hmm.
The greaser boyfriend is just trying to like bang his like
he is pawing her.
Yeah, Terror Vision sister girlfriend. And she's like, I
thought was Shawnee Smith for a second.
Looks like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. But she's just this like she's like a girl in like a 50s poodle skirt, but with like 80s crimped hair. Like there's a lot of confusion going on
so
here.
It's like a hair metal chick, but like from the 50s.
Right. And there's a lot of 50s cars, and they're in a drive-in, and they're watching this movie. And she's finally like, you know what? I can't deal with this. I'm going to go get some food. She's trying to like, I don't know, suppress the Woody.
Yeah. She asks him to get her popcorn, and he's basically like, why don't you get it yourself? And she's like, okay.
Right.
So she goes into the concession stand, and it's completely empty.
Nobody's there.
She's calling. She's like, hello. And then she's basically like, all right, well, like, what, 5-second rule? If no one comes out, I get to take it for free.
Yep.
Takes her popcorn, and she goes back to the car, and no one's in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks in the back seat. No one. And then her boyfriend appears.
Yeah, she starts watching the movie again,
Yeah.
eating popcorn, and then he straight up like side rolls in. He just like they put him on a carpet dolly.
Yeah, and just like slid him next to the window. Yeah,
and he's drooling, and like they can't quite figure out if they want these characters to be zombies or vampires.
Yeah, because doesn't he have a knife in his hand too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the zombies from Land of the Dead. They can use tools.
Yeah. And he straight up immediately she like runs out the car and starts like running around the drive-in, and more zombies are coming out of windshields.
Yeah.
And then the song that you heard in our intro just kicks in.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah, and it scared the shit out of me when I was watching, because I was like being like, okay, well, this is a zombie movie? That's weird. And then it was like, April, and I wasn't expecting it, and I jumped, and I like scared the shit out of my cat, and but then joke's on you again, idiots. This is a music video.
It was a straight up music video. Like it okay, so she's running around, and then straight up Van Halen shows up. Which it was an actual band called White Sister.
Oh, that's actually
it's
a
an
band
actual
called White
band.
Sister.
I looked it up on iTunes. They have a couple albums.
White Sister.
It was like they took like White Snake and Twisted Sister, and we're
made
like,
White
we're
Sister.
White Sister.
That's why I thought it was a fake band. But I can't believe it's a real band. Oh my god. Yeah. So then they just straight up rip off Thriller. She dances with all the zombies.
Yes, because that's what's happening. Is like she's dancing with the zombies while this 80s like hair band is singing this song, which I love the song. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, and then it pans out and it says White Sister.
It actually has like a music video with like the title at the bottom corner. Here's all of White Sister's songs.
Holy shit, they really do exist. God damn.
They only exist if you believe they do.
Hey, White Sister, if you're out there and you're listening, come perform for us. And
Please
then
play the song April.
Yeah, and then it zooms out and gotcha. It's just a fucking music video being watched on a TV.
That our main characters are watching.
Yes.
One of our main characters.
So double fake out.
Yep. That's what I said. Like then Scream 4 ripped it off years later.
It's like, damn, man.
You know what's funny is I had never seen this movie, right?
Yeah.
But I've mentioned it a couple times. The movie that I did. One, this movie feels like the movie I did.
Because
like,
it sucks?
Well, because yes, it's because it's my movie is just a bunch of parodies of other things and like mashups of genres, right? And it has a double fake out like that.
Oh my god. Yeah. The double fake out, I was like, oh, shit. Is this what I'm in for? I was like, okay, I guess it's an April Fool's-based movie. And that is the only April Fool's thing, really.
On you as an audience.
On you as an audience,
Mhm.
yes. Nothing real. Like, at the end of April Fool's, it's like...
The whole movie was a joke.
The whole movie was a joke.
Mhm.
From production to release.
Damn it. Yeah, no, absolutely. In that scenario, if you've never seen April Fools, one, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Biff Tannen's in it.
Yeah.
And also Amy Smart from Friday 2.
Yeah.
Remember?
Also has a really cool poster, the girl with the ponytail noose.
Yes, that's what everybody remembers is that. But that whole movie, it just turns out, was like
a big
everybody.
joke.
Yeah, everybody was dying because, or like being killed off because they were part of a murder, like horror mystery, like bed and breakfast that she was gonna do. Right? This, not so much. This is like, it all happened.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened.
It just happened to take place on April Fool's.
Right. So, now we're introduced to our three main girls.
Yes.
Okay, you have Phoebe, who's watching this music video.
Okay, that's one of them.
Right? Phoebe, who looks like Linda Blair grown up.
Yes.
You have Vivia. Yep. It's
That's
not
a name.
Vivian. It's Vivia. Vivia.
Okay.
Right? And she will be known as like our final girl, kind of. Right?
She's the nerdy one.
She's super nerdy,
Yes.
and she has glasses, frizzy blonde hair.
Which is crazy that she's the final girl because she fucks.
Yeah, she does. Well, this is the weird part is that this is also a movie that can't decide when it comes to our three main girls who we're really supposed to care about or who is important.
Yep. No,
right?
it's like it wants you to really kind of focus on
Jennifer.
The third girl.
I think she's so attractive.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's so cute.
Yeah, it really wants you to focus on
even
her.
as a monster.
Yes, even more.
Look
as
at
a
that
monster.
tongue. She had like Gene Simmons' tongue going on by the end of that movie, right? Oh, she's killing that part too.
Oh, she's so dedicated to it, like drooling everywhere and shit like that. Yeah,
it gets good. Like I said, the beginning is really good here, and we've now gotten past that beginning.
Yes. No, now we're into the where this movie becomes a teen sex dramedy. It's like really weird. It wants to be because it takes place in a college town where the girls are getting ready to pledge for a sorority.
By the way, I can't really tell. Like the buildings were so old that I was like, was this actually filmed in like 1955?
Well, see, this is the thing I was getting at. Is like this movie wants to be Animal House so bad.
Yes, in certain parts. Yeah.
This whole middle section feels like a weird Animal House ripoff.
Also, this was filmed in Canada.
Yeah, it's a Canadian horror film. I saw that.
So all the homes are just super old, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and like we were saying, they don't really know. Like, they have a really hard time getting you to, like, understand who the main character is. And it's not like one of those, like, well, anyone could be the main character. It's like, no, it's actually very confused narratively who's supposed to be your main character. Because it wants you to think it's Jennifer in the beginning, but we'll get to the end. And then it kind of shifts to Vivia.
Mm-hmm.
And then it shifts to Phoebe.
Kind of. Phoebe never gets actually anywhere near the attention or character development that the other two do.
Yeah.
Right? It literally, if you had to rank it, it's like Jennifer gets the majority.
Yep.
Right? But then turns out to be your villain.
Yeah.
But, like, not by her own choice.
No.
But, see, it's way confusing. I can't skip it like that, I guess.
So
they have their own theme song, too. Which plays 3 times in this film.
Yeah.
Ready?
I guess.
Here we go.
We've been waiting for this day to come along for so long. We have finally found a place where we belong.
Riding bikes, holding hands, eating out each other.
Now we're on our own.
during the credits, doesn't it?
Yep.
That's really funny, actually.
So yeah, this plays in the montage of them coming on, but it also it's one of those things where it plays at the end credits, like you said, right? But it actually turns out to be like bitingly ironic.
Yeah, no,
in
I
that
think
moment.
it's tongue in cheek, and
Right.
I think that's the only smart part of this movie.
Yeah.
And that's probably completely accidental. They were like, we paid for the rights for them to make this song, so
Right. So that's it establishes them as friends. They're like la 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 la, right?
they're trying to ride their bikes to school,
Mhm.
and the nerdy girl, what's her name again?
That is Vivia.
Vivia. She's basically like the Egon of the group. She's like, be quiet. Like her bike chain broke. She's like, be quiet. I'm trying to, trying to channel all my thoughts into this machine so I can fix it. And they're like, are you fucking nerd? Just get on the back of our bike. We're taking you to class.
Yep.
And then you find out that it's pledge week, and they're trying to get into like the super exclusive sorority on campus.
It seems to be the only sorority on campus.
Yeah. But as they're riding to school, you see the Animal House, and then you also see Old School House.
Speaker City and Snoop Dogg is there.
Yeah, man. No, the Animal House guys straight up have like their own Kent Dorfman too in it. Like,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, and it's like,
Well, okay, so the Animal House boys, right, are known as the Billions and Trillions.
which is weird.
Okay, because they're beta towels, right? So B and T, right? But
Betas.
the beta cooks,
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
right? They're all douchebags,
Yeah.
like hardcore douchebags too. Like not a single one of them is likable. Right?
No.
Even the main dude
is a douchebag.
is a douchebag.
Which is funny because, like, in Animal House, you have I can't remember what the other frat was called.
Oh, you mean the Alphas or
Yes, the one with Kevin Bacon. In it.
Yeah.
And they were all like handsome douchebags, and everyone from the Animal House fraternity
just slovenly
were like
and,
slobs,
yeah.
but like this one was like. The beta towels were like a mixture of the two. It was like a bunch of fat losers and two handsome guys.
I'm a handsome 35-year-old man.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. He's been held back, man.
And yeah, so the girls are going to pledge the sorority, which is like the rival sorority to these beta towels.
Yeah.
The Billions and Trillions.
Which I didn't know sororities and fraternities had rivalries.
Yeah, usually they just fuck.
Hell yeah.
So a bunch of the girls are in a hot tub, nude.
Yeah. Nude in the morning.
Yeah.
It's literally like 8 a.m.
in October. Because it's Halloween.
Yes.
It's purposely
No, it's
Halloween.
supposed to be April 4th.
No.
Oh, that's
This
right.
part's
That's the
Halloween.
Oh, that's right.
See, that's another weird part
Yeah.
about this entire thing. So it's October. There's decorations all. It's the
That's
fall.
right.
It's
Jesus
the fall
Christ.
in a nondescript place, Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's cold.
Yeah, and they're all in a hot tub with just towels around them in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
right?
and then they're like house mom comes
Yes.
out, and they're like all being assholes
That's
to her.
Mrs. Crenshaw.
Mrs. Crenshaw, like,
Right?
Mrs. Crenshaw, like, what are you gonna do without us? Because she
Right.
like got kicked out of their.
Retired, got
Yeah.
kicked out. Nobody knows or cares.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
The best part of this movie is about to happen. The beta towels show up, and they throw.
No. So
Oh.
like a delivery boy.
That's right, a delivery boy with champagne.
Virgil, the delivery boy,
Yes.
shows up with champagne. He's like, he rings the doorbell. A girl answers. He's like, I got a delivery, and literally tries to bust through the door.
Yeah.
Right? And she's like, whoa, what's going on? He's like, well, can I come in? Like, and immediately it's like, how do you not recognize this dude?
Yeah.
Like, the beta towels are literally the boys that you fuck all the time.
Yeah. Right?
Like, let's not lie about
Aren't
what
you that
goes
delivery boy? No, just a land dolphin.
on. Land shark. Candygram.
Handygram. Hey, you're that land shark.
No. Just a dolphin.
Just a land dolphin. Okay. No, yeah, she lets him in to deliver the champagne.
The champagne. He winds up stealing the doorknob off of the back door.
Which is really easy to do, actually.
Apparently.
It literally just comes off.
Yep. And then, and so Dorfman,
Kent Dorfman,
Fat Dorfman,
and someone an extra from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah. Kent Dorfman and the nerdy guy from Police Academy 2. the lamp shop owner.
Yeah, they're next door and they have a jar full of bees. And
because I don't know where you get that.
Yeah, right. And
I gotta go to the bee store real quick.
They throw it over the fence,
right?
And the bees get out.
But the jar does not shatter.
No, it lands softly on the glass or on the grass. The bees get out, and the girls are all freaking out because they're like, bees. So they get up,
and apparently only one of them agreed to nudity.
Yeah, right. No, there's two.
It's just that short-haired girl.
Yeah, you straight up see bush.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one girl
gets like pervs.
Yeah. And then one girl gets stung, and she's like, "I'm allergic," and she dies. And then the Beta Tau have to go to court.
Killer party.
Killer
the
party.
End.
The bees. The bees.
Hey, and Henry Winkler showed up.
Oh.
So, and then through this chaos, Mrs. Crenshaw fell into the hot tub.
Yes,
right.
And one of the Beta Taus shows up with a camera,
right, and is filming the whole thing,
which is assault.
Yeah. But then another Beta Tau who was like on top of the bread truck delivery truck, straight up steps off of it, falls off, and I think is dead. Did you see him? No, you didn't see this?
No.
He straight up took. Okay, he's standing up, and the girls are like running around, and they're running to the front porch, like they're trying to, because they can't get in the back door because he took the knob off, right? And there's a shot of a guy, and he's like got his own like still camera.
I did see this. Yes,
right?
yes.
And he's just straight up takes a 90-degree like just tilted fall off the back, and like there's no way that he didn't at least shatter his shoulder. Like it just, he falls and he goes behind like a hedge wall, so you can't see what happened to him. But it's just like, he's done, right?
Wow.
And like that's that thing where it's like this just turned into Animal House. That turned into pranks and pratfalls and like weird.
That's
shit,
what this whole
right?
middle section of this movie is like a weird Animal House ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like not before the girls run in the house, like the one girl who was like, I agree to bush and nudity, like runs out and is like, I'm gonna get you, oh god, my bush again.
Yeah.
Right, her towel falls off. And then another one like walks out and is like I just and runs back inside. Like it's so weird.
They're just like they don't
And then all the boys are just clapping and like it's yeah. And so
remember when you could just assault women in broad daylight? And applaud.
Hey, I long for the days where you used to be able to just like run in and steal panties, and, like, install video cameras with remote controls, and
I'm a naughty little bird,
and just watch the alpha betas all night long.
The alpha betas. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Beta Taus. I was like, oh, Jonathan, there's been a development. You told me it was a coffee app.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I will still watch it, and I still think it's funny because like it's funny for its time. But go ahead and watch Revenge of the Nerds again.
Yeah, I love Revenge of the Nerds, but there's some bad shit that happens in that.
Right? Like I feel like then other nerds will come in to get their revenge on the nerds when they take them to court.
Yeah, right? Yeah, real nerds who like actually did something with their lives, not just like fucked robots.
Yeah. It's the state versus
the nerds.
The nerds. Mr. Dexter. First name Poyne.
You know what you did? Yeah, we got revenge on the jocks. No, you sexually assaulted a woman.
Yeah, you pretended to be somebody else, and you went down on a woman, and then when she came out, she was like, nerds are good at going down on people, and was okay with it. But now, she's not.
And you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. Could Mr. Booger please take the stand?
He's wearing his Who Farted shirt. Mr. Lamar, could you take the stage? Oh, no problem, baby. Could the Asian dude, I can't remember his name. Oh, have pie.
Oh no!
You are under arrest for racism on your own cause.
Oh, I'm actually
I'm
man.
actually also Long Duck Dong from 16 Candles.
my uncle's cousin.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Damn.
So, anyway, Killer Party.
God, you can tell that the center of this film is weird because it's just
very weird.
The girls,
They're done. That's it.
Yeah. Well,
So then Mrs. Crenshaw,
yes, Mrs. Crenshaw.
who is now in the same clothes that she was when she fell in the hot tub,
Yeah, they're dry now.
is dry. The shirt's different,
Yes.
but the blazer jacket and everything is the same. And she warned the girls before the whole bee incident of being like, don't go in that abandoned frat house,
Don't go in that creepy old house on the street.
right? Don't do it, right? And then she proceeds to go across the street or maybe it's next door, who even knows, right? But basically, starts talking to a gravestone, being like, Alan.
Alan.
She does.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm sorry, Alan. I told them not to be there.
Yeah.
Right? Guess what? This will never come back.
Right?
She goes up to this gravestone and is like, I'm sorry. I told them not to be there. And it's her brother, apparently.
Yeah.
Right?
And then is this when she goes inside of
She
the house?
goes inside, and she is like being super weird
Yeah.
about her actions. She's like looking around everywhere, like she's got something to hide.
Yeah.
Only to like just grab a hammer and nails and just start like hammering the banister.
Yeah.
To I guess fix the house up because she knows the girls will use it against her wishes, and at least she wants them to be safe, I guess. There's no real motive here, right? I had to make that up myself.
Yeah.
And then the camera is following her around, so you know that there's somebody creepy following Mrs. Crenshaw, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a POV, right? And this happens not once but twice in the movie, where the person who's about to be murdered looks up and it's like, oh, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, who? Right? Because it's never explained.
It's literally like Sleepaway Camp did the same thing. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. And then they never
I can't believe
show-
it's you.
Yeah, and then they die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
she gets hit with a boat oar. Like,
Okay, that's what I thought it was. I actually, it turned out because like
oh, it's a paddle.
two scenes later, there's a rounded paddle, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like a paddle that I would normally see, so I thought it was a boat oar too. That's what I said in the stats too, because I thought it was funnier. So yeah, just like bitch slapped across the face, like just like a fish, like
Yeah.
right until she's just dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
sure.
I'm cool with it.
And then the scene switches over to probably the most famous person in the film. Paul Bartel is the actor's name.
Is he
right?
the heavier set guy with the curly
It's
hair?
Professor Zito.
Oh, that guy.
Right?
That guy. Yes, yes.
Famous for a lot of B movies,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
Munchies, Chopping Mall,
Yeah, Chopping Mall.
right? Trick or Treats, Heart Beeps, right? Rock and Roll High School, and then some more famous movies like Caddyshack 2, National Lampoon's European Vacation, and
Oh, no. What?
take one guess. I'll give you one guess.
Demolition Man.
Nope. Gremlins 2.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Who is he in Gremlins
He's
2?
in the fourth wall break. He's the theater manager.
That's him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Madam, we don't make these films. We just screen them.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. I like this movie a little better. Oh, damn.
Yep.
Didn't even dawn on me that was him.
I knew you'd get excited.
This is, but you missed the part where where the girls talk with the pledge leader of the sorority they're trying to pledge for, because she tells them that their phrase when they're spoken to is,
I myself prefer a big
cucumber.
fat cucumber, right?
So then in class,
and once again, when she makes them repeat it, like two guys are like, "I got a big fat cucumber," and it's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And even she says, "Shut the fuck up!"
yeah, it's like, "Go fuck yourself, loser!"
Right?
It's like, okay,
yeah.
There's a reason you're in the beta tau. No, yeah. So they're in class, and he's talking, and he asks Jennifer a question, and she goes,
"Well, he goes, something about like." You prefer a good book to cuddle up to in bed.
Yeah.
And she goes, I myself prefer a big fat cucumber.
And everyone laughs.
Everybody's like, fuck! Oh, God!
Dude, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard!
I've never seen a movie.
And he's like, you need to leave.
Yep.
So she's like, what? It was just a joke. And he's like,
well, he makes a comment about being like, he wishes that the fraternities were banned, which is also weird because he literally 2 or 3 scenes from now will become the president of the Greek Letter Society.
Yeah.
Right? So Jennifer leaves, but then so's Vivian and Phoebe because, like, they're friends.
Yeah.
Right? And then the movie continues because also they dared them to do the cucumber challenge, but they also said that you got to go to Beta Tal's house and steal some T-shirts with the Beta Tal logo on them, right? So that's when Vivian and Phoebe are like, all right, Jennifer, you're going to go in and you're going to distract any boy, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to steal the T-shirts. So she goes in and like all normal people, she gets surprised by, a swamp creature.
Yeah. Don't know why that guy's just walking around with that mask on.
And it's multiple times in this movie.
Yes.
Is like, and not just the mask. Doesn't he have the full?
Later on, he puts on a full costume,
Right.
and he's like, "I thought I'd need like a full costume."
So this is Blake. He's a full bearded 35-year-old man.
Douchebag.
Yeah. Also a douchebag. Yeah. Like super, but like he's handsome, and he is. He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
For 35. I mean, I'm older than him.
You're a good-looking kid for 35. Just think now, he's like 60.
Damn. You're right.
He could be dead.
Probably. Good riddance. It's fine.
You swamp creature.
So, yeah, Jennifer meets Blake here, and she, in order to distract him, kisses him. But it's like an open-eyed kiss.
Yeah.
And she's just not feeling it.
No.
Right?
And he is.
Which is weird because then later on she is feeling it.
Oh, she's feeling it later.
Oh, yeah. And then somebody is following Jennifer home.
Yeah.
Right? All you see is feet.
Right? Yeah, and then my favorite part
is...
is...
she dropped her yearbook.
You see feet following her, and then it gets to the door, and I don't know, it's just a shot that makes me laugh, is the feet then itch the back of their leg with the foot, and then goes back down to the ground. It's so, like, candid, and it's just like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then she's getting ready to, like, take a shower or some shit like that, and then knocks on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Or she's like, hello, who's there? And it's this nerd guy. Martin from their class.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, you dropped this. And I wanted to...
Martin is a creeper.
Yes, but like in an
autistic way?
I wasn't going to say like that, but yes. He's like a good-natured creep. Cuz all he wants to do is like come inside and tell her
he wants to come inside. Seriously, because...
No, he does, yeah.
No, he goes from Jennifer, to be obsessed with Jennifer, to moving on to Vivian, when Jennifer rejects him, to then by the end of the movie, like when Vivian isn't to be found, just leaves with somebody and is never to be seen again.
That is true, yes. But he's kind of like, I don't know, he's good-natured because all he wants to do is like give her back her yearbook and then also be like, I don't think you should go to that house.
Yeah, but he's also like, no, dude, he's not good-natured.
Yeah.
He walks in, and first he's like, I found your yearbook. She's like, oh, thank you. He's like, so can I come in?
Oh, yeah,
Awkwardly forces himself into
that's
the
right,
room.
That's right. Yeah. But this guy fucks.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. Him and Vivian.
No, I don't they ever get
Vivian, or they almost do.
Because like he's obsessed with Jennifer.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So he forces himself in, and then like sits on the bed and he's like, isn't it nice us sitting on the bed? And she's straight up and like, fool, you're the only one on the bed. Like, says that out loud.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. And then she, like, tries to politely word it in a way of being like, you ever, like, been in a situation where like you just like don't know how to tell somebody to fuck off? Basically, is what she's saying, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I could see what's going on. Okay, yeah. So don't go to that house tonight."
Yeah.
Right. And also, do you have Vivian's number?
Yeah.
And then leave.
Yeah.
Right. And that was just weird. It was just so weird. Like, he's a weird character.
Well, they're setting up like a weird red herring for him.
I guess.
For being like a killer or something like that.
Yeah.
But they're also trying to set up a red herring for that dude that she kissed in the fraternity as well. Blake.
Who has a weird line, being like, "Sooner or later, I'm gonna get you."
Yeah, it's like, what?
Don't say that.
Don't. Yeah, that's intent. that can hold up in the court.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna rape you.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna cut your throat, bitch.
Yeah. So now the girls are going to like a pledge ceremony.
Yes.
Right? And this is held at the abandoned fraternity house that they were not supposed to go in.
In the basement.
No.
Oh,
on the first floor.
Oh, this is the first floor. Yes.
Yes.
It's a dingy first floor.
Yes. Which is another reason why I know what you were saying about Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
This whole place looks like it's another place where it's like, look at this abandoned place that we're gonna party in.
Yeah.
I don't know what was up with that. There used to be a tuberculosis hospital, right? Gigantic, right? Abandoned back home in Maryland. And we used to like go there like late at night and like walk around and stuff, right? But it was like super sketch. You couldn't party there. There was actually security guards still on the grounds, right, guarding what had been abandoned for like almost 20 years, right? But never in my life I was like, let's get a keg, let's get a party going, like I don't know how they were getting power to that house. I don't know how any of that was going
I thought it was
down.
all candles in there.
There was music playing. There was power going. Man.
So yeah, they're making them do a bunch of weird pledge shit.
Yep. And I didn't know, is this a pledge thing? Like, the goat, the phrase "goat." You're now a goat.
I don't know that. I think that was just a humiliation thing.
I don't know, but basically they're not. I guess you would call them pledges, but now they're goats, which means that they're like freshmen
they're
versions of it.
Yeah, they're the lowest on the totem pole,
right?
Basically.
Which to me, I feel like you're still a pledge then.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In any other movie, it's like your pledges all year.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how it works.
They make them eat like raw eggs.
Yeah, this
and then make
weird.
them throw the raw egg back up into a cup.
Yeah, there's like a raw egg brandy glass challenge.
Yeah.
Which thank God that was one of the challenges that didn't make it to YouTube. But
we're holding out on you.
Yeah. We're going to start the raw egg brandy wine challenge. So basically they crack an egg
from above
while their mouths are hanging open. They have to catch as much of the egg as possible.
Yeah.
And then spit it out into a brandy glass, and whichever of the three has the least has to get a spanking with a paddle. Right? It's Jennifer.
Yeah. And boy, oh boy, does she fucking cream.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, but no, dude, she has like a full-on like supernatural orgasm.
Okay, yeah, yo, so hold. Because what happens here is that like they start reciting like a pledge or something.
Yeah,
right?
They're like doing a chant.
Yeah, and then straight up, one of the candles becomes like a sparkler fountain.
Yeah, it's just like it's gonna light the whole place on fire.
And as that's happening, like they cut over to Pam, which is like the head of the sorority, and she straight is like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like actually says what the before it cuts.
Yeah.
Right? And then they switch over to Jennifer, and Jennifer, her eyes are rolling in the back of her head. Her eyes have become milky, glossed over white, too. Like she's being possessed.
Yeah, she's doing the When Harry Met Sally diner scene. She's like, no, but for real, she's like, literally looks like she's like, oh. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Right? And then kind of snaps out of it.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay.
And then they hear bangs in the basement.
Yep.
And Vivian's like, I'm gonna go check it out. And she goes, and immediately the door slams and like dead bolts behind her.
This shit is so elaborate.
Yeah.
What's about to happen?
Yeah.
Like too elaborate.
Right?
Like weeks and weeks and weeks of planning.
For what I don't understand, because if you're a pledge and you pulled this on your people, do you think you're actually going to make it?
Yeah, no.
Because they're a bunch of bitches. They'd be like, no, fuck her.
They finally get the door open,
Yep.
And they're laying in a guillotine.
On like halfway up the stairs.
Yes, so it's like sitting at an angle.
Yeah, which means that she had to like build additional steps to level it out.
Yeah, is
Vivia.
And it comes.
She's like, he got me. Save yourself.
And then the guillotine comes down, and chops her head off.
Right,
and
rolls
she's
down the
fucking
steps.
dead.
Right,
and that's her. The rest of her for the movie.
Stop. No, it's
April
not.
Fools. She lives.
But the head rolls down the steps, and there's Vivian at the bottom of the steps holding the head up, being like, April Fools. But she don't say April because it's not April.
Yeah, but
she's
she's
just
like,
got you. And I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? Because she literally was
talking
in the guillotine.
And I was thinking like, oh, it went dark, but it didn't.
No. Nothing had made any sense. Nothing. It didn't make any sense, right? So basically, she tricked them, and that's the end of that scene. And then they cut over, and they're back at like her mom's house, like the next morning, and they're like, "How'd you do it?" She's like, "Little motors moving the tables around, and then I did this, and I got the guillotine from this warehouse or something." And you're like, but that still doesn't explain the like Houdini like disappearing act that you just pulled.
Yeah, actually, the Walt Disney Company called me. I'm done with school. I'm gonna go become an Imagineer. I'm gonna work on audio animatronics. Like it's so elaborate just to like fuck with these people for some reason. Yeah,
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't understand it. I don't really understand what her intention was too, because
just to scare people.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you were trying to pledge, right? And they still haven't made a decision on you, right? So, then after that, they're driving along with Martin as the driver, right? Because now Martin's part of the gang, I guess.
Yeah, which is weird. He's just inducted into the gang because Vivia wants to bang him.
Of the three girls, right? But Vivia's never met him prior to this.
Yeah.
In a scene that we saw, at least, right? But here they are, and he's driving, and he straight up, like, Vivia has a box. And he's like, "What's in the box?" And she shows him, and it's her head from the night before.
And he's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Almost kills everyone in the
30
car.
people dead on the sidewalk as he drives across it. Yeah, God.
Right? And then she leaves the head in the box and the box in the car as the three of them go in to check and see if they like made it into the sorority. And he opens the lid and has this look of being like, I'd fuck it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll use this later.
Yeah.
Fleshlight. I'm gonna have an idea one day.
So they go inside and they're given 3 boxes, and depending on what's inside of the box determines if they get in. They all get in.
Yep.
There's not even any tension in the scene. It's literally like they open them one after another and they all get in.
And then Pam comes out and is like, "Congratulations, Vivia, can you hold back for a second?" And she does, and she goes, "So the April Fool's party is coming, right? In like fucking 6 months."
Yeah, in November?
Right? Yeah. And she's like, "So when that happens, we want you to do the same trick, and we want you to do it on the beta towels." And she's like, "I don't know if I can pull that off." And it's like, you just did. Like, she's like, "Well, you better, because that's the only reason you got in."
Damn.
Right? And you're like, okay. Wow. She literally got in under the guise of being like, "We're going to make sure that you pull off another prank."
Yeah.
Right? And I guess it's because the boys did that bee thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? But the motivation isn't very clear. It's not there
like
it should be, right?
Like most of this movie.
Right. So, at this point, we go over to this scene where the Greek Letter Society, which is basically the heads of each of the Greek fraternities or sororities, meet, right?
Yep.
In front of a giant A table. No, for Adams College. But no, they do meet, and the woman. This is another scene where it's like, are you guys trying to be funny? Like, I don't get it. Right? So Professor Zito, that we mentioned before, is now
the head of the Greek Letter Society.
Yeah, the woman is like, "I'm stepping down," and she's like, "And here's Professor Zito," right? And then immediately he's like, he gives us some exposition on the fraternity house that we've been missing for the past 45 minutes.
Yeah, God.
Right? He's like, "I just want to say that, like, we don't want to have any incidents like we did 20 years ago in that unfortunate abandoned fraternity house with that poor boy and that guillotine. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Right? And then the woman who just like stepped down is like, which is still missing from the warehouse, by the way. And I'm like, did Vivia steal a guillotine?
How do you steal a guillotine?
Right?
How do you steal that?
I don't know. But also, like, she stole a piece of police evidence?
Also, why do they have a real guillotine?
None of this makes any sense.
Where did this come from? It's like that really shitty movie, found footage horror movie that came out, The Gallows.
Blair Witch.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
No, The Gallows, where they were doing a play where someone gets hanged and the kid actually gets hanged on stage. It's like, how would that even, like, how could you even accidentally have that
Because it's The
happen?
Gallows, fool. Come on, it's in the title.
Shit, man, I'm hella dumb. No, yeah, and
Yeah,
then...
this movie's not called The Guillotine.
Shit. And then the projector turns on, and it plays the video.
Okay, yeah. So, I don't get this. So, basically, he's like, so here is your annual video on hazing.
Yeah.
Like, to not haze, right? And instead, it's the video that the boys filmed from the bee incident.
No hazing, but they get beezing.
But also, okay, this is weird because it becomes slapstick where Professor Zito
is trying to turn it off.
But he's not.
But here's the weird thing about this scene that, like, really, like, made me feel weird. Is, like, Zito is actively, like, trying to turn it off, but the woman
is laughing her ass off.
She thinks it's fucking hilarious.
Like, and it's not. Like, it's not filmed hilarious. It's literally the same footage that we as an audience watched.
It's literally these women running away frightened nude.
Right? Yeah. Right? And the entire place, other than Pam, because she's in the footage here, right? It's just like,
yeah, including her. And then Zito's like,
and all he's doing is like trying to cover the lens with his hands, which just makes it look like he's doing like the scene from Ace Ventura 2 with honk 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 honk. Hi ho Silver, away!
Yeah, and it's just like,
and until finally he's just like, he straightens himself up. He's like, turn that projector off. And it's like, why didn't you do that before? Why didn't you tell somebody to turn it off?
If it was that easy.
People are just like, that's sexual assault.
Titties.
Remember Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh, Booger, you're the best. Yeah, so
thank God they're not moos.
I can't wait till
Mega moos.
I can't wait till the carnival.
Oh shit.
So
man,
yeah,
we're gonna sell so many pies.
So they turn the projector off.
Yep.
And then
the scene ends.
Yep. And then
there's no consequences.
No one's in trouble.
Nope. Nothing.
And then is it the
party just
titular
starts,
party,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The movie's like, okay, we're done with all that. It's like party time.
It's like, oh shit, this is what you guys came for. That's right. Fuck, we really screwed the middle of this movie up. Anyway.
Well, actually, hold on. Party hasn't started yet. My mistake.
Because I haven't walked in.
Yeah. Okay, Kesha.
Thank
you. So there is a part, right, where basically all three girls go to the fraternity house because they're starting to like research the house so they can do their next prank.
Yeah.
Right? And this is where Jennifer's like, I don't like this house. I did a lot of research and I even looked it up on microfilm in the library. I'm like, damn, like you did a lot of research on a house that you were just getting bad vibes from, and Martin said like, no way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you had an orgasm, but like
at least she came.
Yeah. It just seemed like a lot of work for exposition that we didn't get.
Yeah.
Where she's like, I did a lot of research and bad stuff. I feel like there's bad stuff here.
Yeah, I read like 2 things on the microfiche.
I mean,
it's pretty bad.
I did a lot of research and I found like 6 script rewrites. And all of them said that they were the official script.
I did a lot of research and I went to the 3rd page of the Google search, so I was digging deep.
I went to the 3rd O.
I went to the 3rd O and it was actually only showing me articles that just had the word house in it, but pretty scary shit. Hugh Laurie's great.
House 2 is the best one.
The second story.
With the pterodactyl.
I like when the kid drowns in the pool. Anyway, so this guillotine kid.
Yeah, still not enough. Only the fact that it seems like it was a hazing prank gone wrong.
Yes.
Right? With the guillotine.
Yeah.
It's the only information that we know, and it's the only information that we'll ever really get.
Yeah, because this movie does not have a story.
No, it really doesn't.
Because what's about to transpire is the weirdest, most out of left field shit.
No, sorry. I thought of Your Sex is on Fire. Consumed with what's to transpire.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo. Kings of Leon. I'm looking around.
Ugh, I used to really like them, actually, before that album came out. They were pretty good. Like,
I didn't know any other album.
Yeah, their old stuff's really good. Not to sound like that person.
Yep. This is where we talk about... Welcome to a podcast where we kind of break into song when it comes to Nickelback and other shitty bands.
Welcome to Kings of Leon Corner here on Bombs Away.
Welcome to Kings of the Throne. Welcome to Use Somebody.
You know what? I could use somebody.
Oh.
Hey,
Welcome
hey, I want to be a rock star.
Welcome to Head While I'm Driving.
What?
That's one of the lyrics from Sex is on Fire.
Is it?
The head while I'm driving. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that's what they were saying.
Yep. Knuckles are pale. He's literally talking about getting head while he's driving, and he's gripping the steering wheel so tight.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Knuckles are open. Yeah. Or knuckles are pale. Yeah.
Damn, Jonathan really likes Kings of Leon.
My cover band used to do it like 10 years ago.
Is that how old that song is? Holy shit.
It's about 10 years. No, 2000. Yeah, 10 years.
Fuck, man. Your cover band? You were in a cover band?
Yeah.
You should we should make a new one, and we can cover the April song by White Sister.
April! That's a great song. It's a pun and everything. It's great. So...
Oh, that's right. We're on a show.
Yeah. Anyway, now it's a scene where Professor Zito comes to the house.
Yes.
For some unknown reason.
Just to get fucking murked.
I don't. Yeah. Right. Walks in. Right. Meanwhile, the way this house is laid out, like you walk in the front door and it's this really huge open atrium style So, where, there's a spiral staircase, not spiral, but it's an L-shaped staircase that goes around the room of this big, giant, open, first entrance to the house. And, where, literally, if you just looked up, which he does, you would have saw the person that the camera then pans and was like, look at these feet. Yeah. You would have been like, well, look. Zito, there he is.
Yeah, there's a person standing at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And he doesn't see him. So Zito goes downstairs and proceeds to play with the fuse box that is directly hooked up to the guillotine, right? For Vivia's trick, I guess, right? Where I'm like, same trick? Okay. And then... once again, somebody steps out of the shadows and he's like, what are you doing here? Right?
Yeah.
And I guess Vivia wasn't done because there's just an open exposed wire that's live.
And she just jams it on him.
Jams it into his neck, electrocutes him.
He's like, and he dies.
He's gone. That's it. You never see his body again. Nothing.
No one cares.
Right?
Who gives a shit?
Also, when the girls were roaming around the house, they did a shot. Well, one, they run into Blake in full swamp monster costume.
And he's like, thought I'd have to, do it up a bit.
Right?
It's like, okay,
I don't understand why he's there. Well, he says why he's there. He's like, they asked me to come and do some electrical work so it was safe. So there's the power. We know there's power.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then... I guess when he heard people, he's like, let me throw in this fucking swamp monster real quick.
Oh, no, someone's coming. Better look like a fucking weirdo.
You're right. Because it looks like it's a creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yes.
But we're calling it swamp monster because, I don't want to say the whole thing. Yeah, it's not Swamp Thing. He's awesome.
So is the creature in the Black Lagoon.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, It's a different guy. Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
I always love that video meme of Creature from the Black Lagoon, like, fuck this, fuck that. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I do love that. Especially when, like, I guess in, like, the sequel, he's, like, in clothes.
Yes. Yeah. Damn.
So there is a part where the girls are roaming around in the basement, and they show Mrs. Crenshaw's like dead body,
Yeah.
right? And it's so decomposed that the movie, like whoever made it, was like, we got to do some audio flashback of like
Who it is.
yeah, the conversation of being like, we're gonna miss you, Mrs. Crenshaw. Echo.
Yeah, because it straight just looks like a lump of person.
Just putty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, well, then just don't show it. Like,
Yeah.
Never was I like, man, what happened to Mrs. Crenshaw's body?
Man, what happened to Mrs. Crenshaw, even though we really did just see her get fucking murdered like 20 minutes ago? But really, what happened to her?
Also, the decomposition rate
So
is
fast.
because
Yeah.
that's only been 6 months. Okay?
Yeah. I looked it up just recently. You don't become a skeleton for like 12 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And if you're in a
Wow.
coffin, it takes even longer. It could take double that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, because there's a lot of preservatives and stuff that they do, like jelly and jam.
Boo.
What do you want from me? No, one of my closest friends from back home is a mortician.
Ooh, dude.
Yeah. She almost let me, like, see...
She almost let you fuck a body?
Yeah.
Dude.
She almost let me see her work on a body, but, like, I got cold feet.
I thought about becoming a mortician. They make good money.
Yeah. I couldn't do it, though.
You couldn't?
Well, because, like, the whole process that she talked about is, like, that you have to, like, you use the suction, like, wand, and you're, like, just kind of digging in there, you know, just, like, up and down. Nah, I'm good. That's why I was like, she was like, yeah, come on, like, I'll go. We'll go in the early mornings. We'll have to be quiet about it, but we'll go. And I was like, nah.
I don't want to see you vacuum that dead guy.
Oh, Amy, I miss you. She's great. So,
are we at the titular party now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah. There's a part with the girls roaming around this house again, though, where like there's a voice just going, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Jennifer, right? And she's like, Blake, like, was that you? He's like, what was me? Like, I didn't say nothing. She was like, you didn't say my name? He's like, no. But he didn't hear it?
Yeah.
He didn't hear something being straight up been like, Jennifer.
Hey, bitch.
You hear that?
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, suck Blake's dick. I didn't hear nothing. Weird.
Suck Blake's dick. It wasn't me, I swear to God.
Suck that old man's dick.
I know I'm 20 years older than you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you sooner or later. I wasn't supposed to say that.
You better get me before ED does.
Billions and trillions, there's rules. I'm really bad at this.
Billions and trillions of men suffer from ED every year, Jennifer.
Oh, shit. So I think now we are at the party.
And I heard it's killer.
Oh, no, we're still not.
God damn it.
So there's a scene where Martin and Vivia are just straight up
fucking.
Well, they're going to. They're making out. They're necking, right? And
they're necking. See?
Yeah. and then because Martin is weirdly obsessed with Jennifer, Jennifer's light comes on in her room because they're outside of the sorority
weird.
house, and he's just being like, Jennifer must be home studying.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, this girl's like on it.
You're about to get it in.
Right? And then what is she he goes, oh, that's Jennifer's room. And she goes, you know what the largest room is? And he goes, no, what? And she goes, the room for improvement.
Yeah, I was just like, what?
You suck, Martin.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was a weird line. But I have to say, Vivian, the actress playing Vivian, is another person that's really committed to her role and is killing it.
Yeah, really is.
Both of these two girls, her and Jennifer, boom, loved them.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate it. Even in all this nonsense of just being like, get to the party.
Yeah, no,
you
it
know?
really is.
So then she like tackles Martin, and we assume that they at least made out more.
Yeah.
Right? And so all that happens, and now we're at the party.
Yes, thank
right?
God.
So the party decides that we need 2 people that are going to rip off Saturday Night Live's bees as costumes.
Yeah.
Also, not sure, never been to a April Fool's Day party, let alone one that's like, it's about masquerades.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Never heard of such a thing.
I like the bee guys when they're watching those girls' butts. That's my favorite part. They're like watching these girls dance. They're like get down on their knees, literally like ass to face, like watching these girls' butts.
And nobody really
no
does
one gives a
anything about
shit,
it.
man.
Nope. So yes, this party is between the sorority and the beta towels, right? They're together having a party, and we see Jennifer's there. She's in a cat outfit, and Martin shows up and
As a woman.
Yep. Like, you're already striking out, buddy.
I don't know why he had to be disguised because this is a co-ed party, so that was weird.
Yeah. Oh, because he's not part of that.
Yeah.
Frat.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
Vivia like loves him too because she like makes sure that he gets to get in.
Right.
She like ensured that he was disguised.
Mm-hmm. And so Martin asked Jennifer to dance, which she reluctantly immediately is like, okay.
And then almost immediately
Blake's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, he's like, get out, you little beta bitch.
Yeah. Right? But also at the same time, it's like nobody turns Martin in. They're like, somebody just saw Martin, right?
Yeah,
and
Blake's
like,
cool.
Yeah, right? And then the camera, like, they start slow dancing. The camera pans back over to, like, Vivia at the front door, right? And then straight up, you just see Blake and Jennifer go upstairs. Like,
yeah.
It was that quick.
Yep. And
like,
go
he was like, hey, you want to slow dance? Okay. 2, 3. You want to fuck? Okay. And they're just upstairs, right?
Naked. And the next.
So the next, it switches over to Phoebe, who has now been ordered to basically do kitchen duty.
Yeah.
Right? And she runs into Albert, who is like the head of the
Harris.
fraternity. Yeah,
Harris or something like that.
Yeah, and
he's like the cool guy.
Yeah, he's the head of the fraternity. He's the one that actually showed the video at the Greek Letter Society, right? And he runs into Phoebe, but the head of the sorority, Pam, also likes Albert.
Yep.
Right, but the only reason that we know this prior is the fact that they were like holding hands while that video was being shown.
Yeah.
Right? And so Albert is immediately hitting on Phoebe.
Yeah.
And so she's like, what are you dressed as? He's like, I didn't have time for a costume, so I just came as a frat boy. It's like, okay. And then immediately he goes, would you like to dance? And she's like, sure. He just grabs her, and then they're just 2 people slow dancing in a kitchen.
Yeah, which is weird.
With the refrigerator door hanging wide open.
Do you think energy grows on trees? That electricity bill is going to be off the charts.
Right. What is this, the room? Close the goddamn door.
Yeah, and then it goes to Jennifer and Blake in the bedroom.
Yep.
And they just fucked.
Yeah, well, no, not yet.
Well, they're both
not
naked.
before.
Yes.
Right? Line for line. You ready?
I'm ready.
Jennifer, if I do, will you love me forever?
Oh, yeah.
Blake, I'll love you as long as I can.
Hell yeah. Blake's the man.
And I'm like, both of you, not things that you should say.
Yeah, right?
But also, it's like, literally, he said, and she should be like, well, that wasn't the answer.
2 strikes and you're in.
And she starts making out, and then they hear like some cheering or something, and then she continues to go, if we don't go, we're going to miss the highlight of the party. And Blake, I thought I was the highlight of the party. Right? She gets up, and he goes, I'm going to get you sooner or later.
Yeah,
that's
just
the line.
Weird.
And you're just like, what?
No.
That's rape.
Yeah.
And so after that, they go downstairs, and Albert decides to have a toast, right?
Yep.
And it's like douchebag central.
Yeah.
Because they're just like I don't know, like Aussie, Aussie, oi, 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 oi.
Yeah, basically.
Right? They're doing the man show.
Yeah.
And then bottles start busting on the mantle.
Yeah,
Straight up.
everything starts breaking. It gets like chaos ensues.
Just
basically.
like right?
And then
like their crest falls off the mantle, like doors start slamming, people are just freaking the fuck out, right? And then Jennifer like just straight up is like, "Oh no!" and like falls to the ground and then just gets sucked down into the basement.
Yep.
Right? And then it's revealed down in the basement that Vivia's down there and she's doing this entire elaborate prank.
Yep.
Right? But then in the exact same moment where she's like, "We really got him," Jennifer's like this, then like off to the side is just like, "Oh God, oh, I'm being possessed," like really possessed.
Yeah, like actually happening.
So now you're just confused.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're like, okay, what's happening? Meanwhile, upstairs, right, the same shit's happening that happened at the last party where they're like, "We gotta save them," and Blake's like, "Fuck that, let's get out of here."
Yeah, I
and I'm
love
like,
Blake.
You straight up like was gonna like sleep with her, but now is like, we're not gonna save her.
It's like, fuck that, pussy's not worth it.
Yeah. Right? And Albert is like, "No, we gotta save him." And the two of them get into a fist fight that then turns into Blake stabbing Albert
him
to death.
Yes.
Right?
And I was like, this was the only thing in it that I was genuinely like, what? I didn't suspect it was a prank at first. I was
You
like,
didn't?
No, because I like turned my head because my cat was doing something. So I looked, and then I just looked over, and he was like, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
He's got him on. He's on top of him and just straight up stabbing him in front of everybody, right? And then it's just like, April Fools.
Yeah.
And this is the question: were they in on Vivia's prank, and this was the main, like the final part of the prank, or did they straight up like think that person got like taken by a ghost, sucked down in the basement, and was like, "This is a perfect time to do a stabbing to death"?
I wonder
prank.
if it's like two simultaneous pranks occurred at once, basically.
Right? Where it was like they had to have known, because like literally as soon as the stabbing happens and they say April Fools, the music goes back on. Everybody's like, "Ha ha, okay," right? Nobody's like, "Where's Jennifer?" Are we still gonna deal with the ghost problem? So they had to have been in on it, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
No, I think it was just a simultaneous prank. I think they were going to stab each other at some point anyway.
They were like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, it's like,
well,
that
that
girl,
girl,
as time as ever.
Well, the ghost has got her. Let's do our prank.
Yeah. So, chaos ensues.
Okay, so now, as this happens, the movie decides we actually got to kill somebody.
Yeah, they're like,
we got 20 minutes left.
The movie looked at the clock and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Because the best thing in the entire movie just happens. Okay.
Yes.
Well, other than the fake outs in the beginning.
Yes.
A man dressed as head to toe as a 1920s deep sea diver.
Yes, that's right. Starts killing people.
This isn't even one of like Tyler's like fake out, like, and his dick was out.
No, dead serious.
This is
his
real.
dick is out, but he's a deep sea diver, like from a Scooby Doo cartoon, like from Scooby Doo.
Yes,
number 2, the deep sea diver. He's walking around and killing everyone. A guy reaches to like turn the lights back on, and he gets his arm chopped off. He's dead. It is the wackiest shit ever.
So he first shows up, right, and he's got a trident.
I killed a man with a trident.
I know, Brett. You should lay low for a while.
Yeah, you should really. Do you
That
have
escalated quickly.
Do you have some family you can stay with?
Right? So he just walks up to this girl we've never met before, and just straight up like, just tridents her.
Yeah, he just kills her.
Right?
He's just like, sunk.
And then the scene switches over, and it's Pam on the stairs, and she got a nail through her heel, right?
Yeah.
And the deep sea diver's at the top of the stairs, and she looks up and she's like, "Oh God, do you have a hammer?" Right? And he just the deep sea diver seems to have like a Mary
tool belt.
Poppins pouch.
Yeah.
Because he just has this holster that looks like a gun holster but bigger, and he just keeps reaching into it, and
new
weapons
things are coming out. Yeah.
So he has a hammer, and he goes down and bludgeons her in the back of the skull.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're thinking, wow, these deaths are happening very quickly in succession,
They are. It is literally beat for beat, just like, and then another one dies, and then another one dies, and then another one dies.
So
Also, where the fuck did this diver come from? Because we're gonna get to what happens at the end, and it makes no sense.
I'm so excited. So, then Blake, right? Like Jennifer has now come back up from the basement. Is like, I'm out of here. I'm feeling weird again. I'm just done. I'm out of here. And he's like, what? No, don't leave. Come on, pussy. Right? And she's like, no, bye. Right? And he's just sitting there. And then, like, then the deep sea diver like killed those two people we just mentioned. And then it's Blake, and he just hears Blake in Jennifer's voice, and he's like, I thought you left. Like, he's like, she's in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Right? The voice is in a bathroom. And he's on the other side. And he's like, I thought you left. She's like, I decided to stay. So come on in. Let's get it on.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Right? Goes in there. The door shuts. We don't know what happened to him.
He
right?
died.
Well, I mean, but now we don't. Right? And then the scene switches over to, see, Albert and Phoebe were in the basement, like, playing with the guillotine earlier.
Yeah.
That we missed. And now he's alone. Phoebe isn't there. I think she got... Oh, that's right. Pam threatened her and was like, stay away from Albert.
Yeah.
Right? But none of that mattered.
Who cares?
Right? Now Albert's down there, and the deep sea diver comes down to Albert and forces him into the guillotine and decides to cut his head off using the mechanism.
Yeah, and another weird thing about this movie is, if you think, wow, these people are all dying really fast in gruesome ways, it must be gruesome. There is, like, not a drop of blood in this entire movie.
So, trivia. Okay?
Yeah.
The reason why the deaths are happening in quick succession...
B.
Huh?
Oh, shit. Oh, I thought it was a trivia question.
No. The reason why they're happening in quick succession and there is, like, no gore is the MPAA got their hands on this and butchered it. Or made them butcher it,
okay,
basically.
makes sense.
So all the deaths were supposed to be spaced out and, like, a lot of stuff in between. And because there was, like, no gore or anything like that, they were just like, fuck it, just do it all. Like, it is so quick. And so then at this point... There's the boy that played the delivery boy, who's been in the same costume. Like, he literally reused his delivery boy outfit from the Bee incident and is at this party as the delivery boy, right?
Yeah. He's like, I bought this costume. I'm getting my money's worth.
Right? Well, look at him. Curly hair. He's Jewish. It's okay. So am I.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. I shouldn't say these things. And he is in there, and then deep sea diver just reaches into his pouch, and there's a gigantic machete that gets pulled out.
Yep.
Right?
And he kills him.
And he winds up slicing him up. You don't see what happened to him. And then...
I think we're coming up on the best kill that the deep sea diver has. Like,
that's basically it for him.
Does he not do the harpoon?
Oh, I guess you don't see him do it, but okay, yeah. Well, so basically now the scene switches over, and it's Martin looking for Vivia outside, and there's two other girls like trying to smoke, and he's like, "You seen Vivia?" And she's like, "No," and she's like, "You want to ride home, Martin?" He's like, "Yeah, but I actually want you," right? And just
leaves.
Literally, she walks off the screen. He walks off after her. All you hear is like a crash and a bang, and she's like, "Martin!" Right? I'm like, what just happened?
Oh, no.
Last we see of Martin. That's it.
Yep, never
Done.
hear it. Never explained.
Right? Then the two SNLB boys, right,
are sitting playing like a game.
Once again, if you're feeling like this is fast, no, it is actually, we probably are describing it in real time as it's all these are happening.
They're playing a game sitting on top of some like grating. I don't know where.
Yeah, it's like a grating in the floor.
Yeah.
I've seen old houses with like floors like this where, for ventilation.
Yeah, we had one in my house back home.
Yeah?
Yeah, but they're sitting on it, and a fucking...
The camera pans down, past his back, and like right onto the grate, and then a harpoon
goes up and up.
straight up into the out of the grate and into his ass.
Yeah, and he's like, "Ugh."
Right?
And then the other guy presumably dies from a harpoon in his butthole as well.
But when they find the bodies, both of them have harpoons through the face. That's weird. Almost as if it was like he got it up through the ass, and then he's like, "There's a harpoon in my ass. I'm not dying, but there's a harpoon in my ass."
Stabs himself in the face with it.
I'd rather have it in my face. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah,
So-
me neither.
Now Vivia starts finding the bodies.
Yes.
She first finds the body of the guy that was macheted in the kitchen, and he is all dismembered in the fridge.
Yeah.
Right? Because the deep sea diver is also super neat.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave a mess.
No, he
For
didn't.
this old abandoned home.
Right? He also left a guy that we didn't see a kill. He hung him by fishnet. And there's one other body we never saw the kill as well.
I fucking hate this deep sea diver. Like I said, because once you hear what we're going to say, you're going to be like, what?
So, Vivia finds Phoebe running around the house and is like, "We got to get out of here. We got to find Jennifer, and we got to get the hell out of here." And so they run into Jennifer, right? And they're like, "Jennifer, we got to get out of here." And Jennifer is like, "He killed them all." And they're like, "I don't know who you're talking about, but like, let's get out of here." And then they're like, "This door is locked." And then they just turn around, and Jennifer has gone like possessed eyes,
Full Evil Dead.
yeah, and like that.
Literally, that's what she
those
looks
Evil
like.
Dead contacts.
Yeah.
right. And is drooling from the mouth, and says the iconic line of the movie where it's just like she has the trident.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "I've been waiting 20 years for this. April Fool, assholes."
Yeah.
You're like, what?
And then they run up the stairs, and she throws the harpoon at them, and it shatters the staircase.
Well, it hits like a steam pipe.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it
Yeah.
just straight up hit the banister and like blew it up.
Hits a steam pipe, but also like the stained glass window like blows in, like just
Yeah.
shatters inward towards them. Like there's like air flying around. Like, okay, so basically what we're saying is Jennifer is fully possessed.
So if you're confused,
So
yeah,
are we.
Me too. Because where did the deep sea diver come from?
Was it Jennifer?
But no, she was down there the whole time.
Down
she
where?
sees the deep sea diver, doesn't she?
Jennifer never sees the deep sea diver.
Would she just put on a fucking deep sea diver costume to kill some
maybe.
people? And then was like, whatever. For this reveal, I don't need it.
Right?
God, what the fuck?
I think it just comes down to the fact that, like, it was just a bunch of red herrings and trying to play you the fool as an audience. I don't know. But there she is. She's possessed, and she's the killer. Right? Or at least now the killer. I don't know.
It's so confusing.
And then she chases them around. Meanwhile, like, the girls get up to, like, the second floor, and they're trying to find a way out. And so Jennifer, at first, in her own voice, is like, she's like, "Phoebe, Vivia, it's me. He's gone now." Like, you know, like, basically, because it's revealed she's possessed by a spirit of the boy who died in the frat house 20 years ago from a prank gone wrong, right? Or is it a spirit? Because later she's like, "You released a demon."
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
What is going on?
Right? So, yeah, we just took an entire turn to Crazy Town.
Yeah, the movie just gets really weird. If it wasn't weird enough already, it's like straight up like mentally insane now.
Yeah, she's just screaming, he's not in me now. And I'm like, yeah, Blake's dead.
Yeah.
But they find Blake in a bathtub, drowned.
Yep.
Right? And which is why I think she was the deep sea diver.
Yeah, I think she was.
Because that was her voice and
Holy
everything.
diver.
Dio? Or Dio?
Dio?
I don't know. Whatever.
Diode?
Diode.
Holy diver.
Oh, no.
It's the return.
And then they're just going up. And I'm like, how many floors does this house have?
Too many.
Too many.
Too many.
Way too many. Like, they just keep going up and up and up. And then there's a point where, like, Jennifer, but in the demon voice, is like, he's not in me now.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, sorry, wrong voice.
He's not in me now.
Yeah. Right? They get up to the attic. They go out the window.
Phoebe gets thrown, or no,
Vivia
Vivia gets thrown from the window.
Yep, which is straight up the same kind of imagery and scene as Night of the Demons.
Yep.
Where she gets up to the attic window and a demon is up on the peak of that window, up on the roof, and grabs her head and dangles her by the head and then lets her drop.
Yeah.
Right? So, like I said, how many floors does this thing have?
2.
At least 4.
Yeah. So she lands on the ground and she's pretty beat up.
But she's okay.
And then fucking Jennifer the demon jumps down in this fucking full legs up above.
Committing to it though, man.
Yeah.
She has this long Gene Simmons tongue
Yeah.
and just killing it.
Yeah, she really does a great job.
Right? If the rest of the movie didn't suck so much, she actually might be a little scary.
Yeah.
You know?
So then they have a little tussle.
Yep. But this is where she's like, why? Why is this happening? Oh wait, no. Phoebe and Jennifer have a fight.
Yes.
Right? And then the demon leaves Jennifer for enough for her to be like, do it, kill me, right? And which is so Evil Dead.
Yeah, again, yeah.
And so she stabs her with a wrought iron fence pole.
Kills her.
Right? And that makes her burn alive like the leprechaun.
Yeah.
And, no. But she does
Die.
stab her and she dies, right?
And then now it's Phoebe and Vivia fighting.
Well, because basically Vivia's like, why did this happen to Phoebe? And then Phoebe just starts explaining why, and it makes it more confusing.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
She goes, why? And she goes, maybe, Vivia goes, maybe because she was the only one who didn't want to be here tonight. And I'm like, that's not it.
Try again.
Right? And then Phoebe, as her voice starts to change and modulate, is like, it's because you played pranks on everyone. And you're like, wait, what?
It's because you were an asshole, frankly.
Well, yeah, she goes, it's because her pranks summoned a demon.
It's just a prank, bro.
So it went from it might be Mrs. Crenshaw's haunted brother
to it might be the kid
from 20 years ago
to
right?
They just straight up summoned a demon.
Yeah, right? Or it's all one and the same. Right? But then again, who is the feet that killed Zito and Mrs. Crenshaw?
The diver. But who was the phone?
Because Jennifer wasn't possessed yet.
Yeah.
By at least Crenshaw's death. She was at least one time possessed by Zito's death, but
yeah,
there's
that's
so
weird.
much. And then, so basically, they have a fight, but then the police show up, right?
Throw them in the back. They throw
Phoebe.
it up.
Yeah, Phoebe's in the back of the ambulance.
You
already.
don't know that,
right?
They put Vivia in the ambulance, and she's like, oh, and then they put her in the ambulance, and Phoebe's in the ambulance there, and she's like, don't put her in there
possessed
with me.
eyes.
Yeah, don't put her in there with me. And then they drive away.
These are the best times of our lives. These are the best times. I have to say, like I said, this ending is crazy. And aside from the nonsensical plot, can't make any sense of it. I still enjoyed myself at this ending.
Yeah, the ending's fun.
Yeah.
The whole ending of the movie's great. I wish the rest of the movie was like that.
Yep.
So that's
Killer Party.
Killer Party.
So, would you recommend Killer Party?
No.
No?
No, I would recommend the music video in the starting.
Sure.
And maybe the cool kills at the end. And the kills aren't even that cool at the end because there's no
but
gore.
That diver is so goddamn
yeah,
funny.
it's so funny. It's really weird.
It's literally in 1984 we officially ran out of killer costumes.
Yeah, they were like, "You've seen My Bloody Valentine.
You've seen William Shatner in whiteface.
You've seen a hockey mask.
Yeah, right.
You've seen a melted guy. You've seen a sack on a head. Get ready for Holy Diver.
Killer Party. Yeah, man.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro, why do you play the fool?
Featuring music from White sister. Who the fuck
David
is that?
Lee Roth's brother, Richard Roth.
Dick broth.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so that's Killer Party. I'd recommend it. Like, skip past the middle, but, like, that's so much fun. Like, I had a blast with this. Where are you gonna put it on the Jaws scale, though?
Cruel Jaws.
No, it's not Cruel Jaws.
I'm going Cruel Jaws.
It's not.
That middle of that movie fucking sucks.
It's very cruel to you.
Yeah.
Okay, nah, Jaws 4, but it's not cruel.
Cruel Jaws.
Nah. You don't even know. We don't even know about Cruel Jaws yet.
I'd give it a Jaws 19, Jaws and the Family.
That's Jaws 18.
Is that Jaws 18?
Yeah. Or 17, or like when he... Then, in Jaws 17, he created a family.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Jaws 4.
Yeah, I'd go Jaws 4.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
Okay. So, this is what we thought about it, but there's one person we haven't heard from yet. What did Carly think?
She was confused.
Okay.
Beyond belief.
Okay.
The music video really threw her off.
Nice.
She
was she watching the whole time with you on this one?
Until like midway through, and she was like, "I have shit to do."
Yeah.
But I showed her the diver. She was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know either." And I've been watching this whole thing, so it's like, yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's also a bunch of people that seem to have a very positive opinion about this film, and we asked those people to give me 5. These are 5 and 10-star reviews pulled from Amazon or IMDb, and if we can't find enough good, we'll go for the 1 stars. But what do we got today?
It's 2 from Amazon.
2 from Amazon. Okay. 5 stars or 1 star?
5-star reviews.
Ooh. Okay. So this first one was written by Timothy M. Gross, June 9th, 2002, titled "A Slasher That Is Rarely Seen." Okay.
I don't think anyone has seen it.
This movie is about college kids having a party at a frat house that is supposedly haunted by a college kid who died there 20 years before. But, as usual, the party goes on and chaos begins as the spirit of the dead takes over a girl and begins killing everyone one by one. Lots of blood, gore, fun, and quite a film for family entertainment.
I enjoy showing my family a Serbian film.
But also, like, lots of blood, gore, wrong, fun, wrong. Quite a film for family entertainment. So, 4 wrongs.
Show your kids.
Hopefully, one day, this slasher that is out of print will be reissued on DVD format for horror fans to rediscover. 5 stars. I found this with a 720 version, like a Blu-ray version, so I guess...
So maybe it did. It's not on Amazon. You can't buy it on Amazon.
No, you can't. Sorry, folks. So that is Timothy, 5 stars. Another person, Not in Use is the screen name. Not sure if that's a real thing or like that screen name.
They like deleted it and it's like not in use.
Right. Titled February 21st, 2013. Titled, "You Must Ignore the First 10 Minutes of This Film." Sir, I already beg to differ. This is a prime example of a filmmaker using the first 10 minutes of the film to completely ruin the audience perception. In fact, you can simply fast forward or ignore the first 10 minutes. They have absolutely no bearing on the rest of this film. I am not exaggerating. No bearing whatsoever. The ugly 80s hair band with a bad song is an instant turnoff, and you can simply get past that. The film is a decent 80s slasher flick. I cannot imagine what sort of mindset caused anyone to add such a horrid opening to any film. 5 stars.
I just love that, like, fuck the beginning of this movie. Anyway, the middle was pretty good. 5 stars.
Actually, exactly the opposite.
I know, the beginning is the best part of this film.
Oh, God. Well, that just about does it for us here at Bombs Away. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. If you're listening to any other format, make sure you follow us on social media at Bombs Away Show. and that's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure you go out and join us on April 27th for Plan 9 from Outer Space. 7 o'clock here at the Frida Cinema in Santa Ana, California. Tickets are on sale now. www.thefridacinema.org/events/bombsaway-show. Okay? Got anything to plug?
Just check out our T-shirts. Cool stuff's be coming out.
Hell yeah. tpublic.com/stores/bombs-event. See, this is why I don't like it.
Bombs-away-show.
That's it.
Yes.
Yep. Lots of new teas coming out, right?
Yeah.
Any preview? Anything?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said before, maybe something to do with a certain touring show about a bunch of turtles.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Right. Is it the pedophile one?
The pedophile section.
Yeah, row E through E9. Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead and make sure you sign up for that. And then, other than that, like I said, join us for the live show, and we'll see you next week with Angels in the End Zone. Yikes.
I'll get you eventually, Jennifer.
Is that what Christopher Lloyd says? Well, happy April Fool's Day, guys. I've been waiting 20 years for this. April Fools, assholes!
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?